everyone, welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm Diva D. This morning I'm getting ready for work. I want to do a quick, easy makeup look for work. Not too much, but just enough just to give you, as you can see, my face looks super hydrated. I want to keep this hydration in the makeup look. I don't want it to leave when I put on my makeup. So I'm going to share with you the things that I do and give you some tips in order to keep your face looking hydrated during these winter months, right? Because it's really cold and I have really, really dry skin. Oh my God, it's really dry. So I have to do a process. So what I have on my face now is a hydrating face cream. This is a Korean brand. I got it from TJ Maxx. But just to give you what's in it, it has the hyaluronic acid, green tea, glycerin, seawater, and Jeju mineral. I don't know what Jeju mineral. This is my first time using it. But it's made in Korea. It is oil free and it's by Clean Beauty, Klean. Right. So this is the brand. I really love it because it gives me like the primer. If you would normally put primer on your skin, you don't need that primer once you put this on, and it's super hydrating. And then I also take and I put this on my eyes and a little bit below on my cheeks. This is vitamin C and collagen. This is a vitalizing eye cream. I got this from TJ Maxx as well. It's by Lano Cream. I really love it. I use it at night and the morning. It helps with dark circles around the eyes. So I use this not only under the eye, but I take it up into the brow bone on both sides. And I have dark spots on the side of my nose from wearing glasses. So I take this and I put it in those areas too, and I'll let it sit. So I usually let it sit for a few minutes just so it can penetrate into my skin before I go into the makeup process. So just for reference, I do that. Next, I clean up my brows. So I brush my brows, and I'm trying to make this video very detailed. So I brush my brow, and I've shared with you all before, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a makeup girly, but I do know what works for my skin. And I also know what look I want. So you all know what type of look you want, right? You may not know specifically what products you want to use initially when you first start, but you do know what you want to look like, all right? And for me, sorry, that was my alarm. I do know I don't like a heavy, cakey makeup look. I don't like that. Oops, sorry. Move that. I don't like that. So I won't have to keep moving my hair. I'm going to do that. So I know that I like just a light look. I like to look like I have no makeup on, but it's still nice, clean. And I also don't like heavy a lot of powders. I've noticed that doesn't look good on my skin, like adding, unless I'm going to an event. Right? So if I'm going to an event or I have to do something on TV, yeah, that's different. But on a day-to-day basis, this is a day-to-day basis look. I don't like to look made up and makeup face every day. So now I'm just going to go underneath the brow. And I'm not even going to do a fill-in. I've done microblading on my brows about 5 years ago. It's still there. Now, if I want a heavy brow and a really defined brow, I will. Sorry, I got this in front of you all. I will, and you all seen past videos where I will do a fill-in. But today, it's not going to be much of that, because I won't really be around a lot of people. This look is really just for me, because I just want a nice clean face. So I don't have to go, and I only have one meeting today. It's virtual, and I'm in an office by myself. It's an apartment office. It's almost like being at home. So I don't really need a heavy makeup look. I don't have to interact with a lot of people today. No big meetings, no, what they call them, no big wigs. I've put on my foundation sticks. Now I use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Balm in number 14. I'm almost out of it, so I have to get some more. I mix it with the Mented foundation stick in M20. I'm almost out of this. So I like these two together, and really I just take it all over my face and just blend it in. And it is hydrating. Both of these, the stick and the balm, are both hydrating. So I use both of these instead of like a full coverage foundation that may, really dry you out. So this works really well on top of the hydrating cream that I just shared with you. So it keeps, and I remember yesterday, and I'll probably end up doing a video just to show you later on what my skin looks like throughout, like at the end of the day. Because I remember getting home yesterday, it was around about 6 o'clock, and it's like 9:15, 9:30 now. And my skin still looked fresh and hydrated. And that's one of the things I really love. Like, it still had the shine like this to it. It looked super hydrated. And I just was like, oh yeah, I didn't even want to take my makeup off. And it wasn't heavy, right? So that's one of the things I love. So I added these two. Perfect blend. Next I do, and what I've been doing because of the winter months, I need a lighter concealer. This one is Mocha by Too Faced Born This Way. It is one of the smaller ones because when I got it, it was in the summertime and I wanted it like a highlighter. But because it is wintertime and you don't get as much sun, I've been using this one now as my main concealer instead of chestnut, what I use to clean up my brows. And sometimes I will use Mocha to clean up my brows too. It just depends. But I didn't today, but I normally would use that too. So I take my brush, my two-sided brush by Kiss, and then I go in and I just blend the concealer under my eye. To me, this one will dry fast, and I don't like it when it's stiff. So I'll go ahead and get it nice and blended in. And as you can see, it's just enough. For me, it's just enough highlight under the eye where it's not too stark. I don't like a real stark difference under eye. I like to kind of keep it in the family where it's not 3 shades lighter or 4 shades lighter. Like 2 shades lighter is good for me. Especially once it's blended, it'll look really good. Alright, so I'll tap something here, a little there, and a little there. So I just make sure it is nice and blended under the eye. So now we have that finished. My next step is I use a blend. I use the Huda Beauty Canufa. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And I also use a little bit of cinnamon bun. And I've had this Canufa for a long time. I think I got this at Sephora probably beginning of the summer. And because it's so yellow, I don't use it a lot in the summertime. I use cinnamon bun in the summertime. But with this, and because, like I said, the seasons have changed, I can definitely, and I do a mix. I'll put some of the Canufa in there and some of the cinnamon bun in the top. So I'll blend a little bit of both together. And it's almost like you're in the kitchen. And then I'll stir it up. I love that. And then I'll add, what I'll do is I'll tap a little bit. I have one of these little powder puffs. And I'll tap some off on my hand. And then I'll go under the eye. A light tap under the eye. And then the other side, a light tap under the eye. And then I grab, just putting that under the eye here. And these are just the steps that I do. If you all prefer to do your blush and contour, you know, go right ahead. That's fine too. And sometimes I will do the steps a little bit different. So now I have that. Now I'm going to do my, and I have two different ones that I'll use. I have the LYS Black Owned brand. Really, really love this. It is Strength. It is, yeah, No Limit Strength by LYS. And it is very creamy. So it smudges very easily. But I also use a more affordable brand for you too. And this isn't expensive. I think it may have been like $20. But this is by Kiss 3-in-1. It's a foundation stick that I will use. And it's creamy too. And this is cognac. And what I'll do is just go here and then down here. Other side, same thing. Here and then down here. And then up top, and then on the sides of my nose for a light contour there. And so I'll take I have a brush that I use just for the bronzer contour here and blend it out. And then blend it down here. And then blend it here. And then, of course, kind of blend it into the hairline up top. There. And then I have a little brush, the same one that I did to stir the bottom. I used to stir my powder. This is where I'll take and just blend this into eyebrow and then down. And then the other side, blend into the eyebrow and down. Just gonna get into the eyebrow. Right, and then we'll do a little bit more blending later once I put my highlighter in here. But this is where we are with that. Now I'm gonna go into my blush. I do two different blushes. I think I've shared with you my little blush regimen. It's not anything, too difficult. I do have a liquid blush that I use that I really like by e.l.f. And this, I don't even know the name of it. I can't even see, it's faded out. It's a camo liquid blush. It's like in an orange color. If you all can see, it's like a light orange. But what I'll do is take and put 3 little dots here. And then the other side, 3 dots there. Might add a little bit more. All right. And then I'll take a dry sponge. It's a dry sponge. And then just blend it in and keep it high on the cheekbone and a little bit up here. And then the same thing on the other side. Blend it in. I keep it high on the cheekbone. The girlies have said, hey, keep it high. It doesn't bring your face down. You bring it low, it brings your face down. You keep it high, lifts your face up. So we definitely want to keep it lifted. And this is just a little blush. And then I'm going to do the powder as well. The powder blush. Now, while that sits and penetrates, I'm going to do my mascara. Now, if you all know, I don't do false lashes. I don't like false lashes. Unless I'm going somewhere. Or I'll probably do some for Valentine's Day. Something like that. But on a regular basis, just my day-to-day, I do not do false eyelashes. Against those who like their false eyelashes. You know, I know some people that's just, you know, the way that they move. They can't move without them, and it's okay. But it's just not my thing. So I put on my primer. Of course, this is the L'Oreal Paradise Primer. It just gives me a little bit more defined extension on my lashes. Here. And then I'll twist and then do the other side. Now I heard from another influencer to twist it. You know, this is the first time I've heard this. Twist the mascara, don't pump it, because when you pump it, you're introducing bacteria into your mascara bottle. How many of y'all know about that? I didn't know about that. That's new. That's new information to me. I had never heard that before. But, you know, I come from, you know, sitting watching my mama put on her makeup and get ready. And I've seen her pump when I was a little girl. I did never know not to do that. Okay, so now we have that on. Next up, I want to do my highlighter. So, and you can use any highlighter. I got this little highlighter stick from Dollar Tree. For me, it works fine. It's like a yellow color. I go down the center of my nose. I try to keep it as even as possible. And then I'll do a circle on the bottom and kind of take it up here. That's how I do this highlighter. And either you can take your finger, or I use the same one I use for my concealer on the bottom and just pat it to blend it in. All right, so that's the highlighter part. Now I also want to add a little bit more blush. So this is the point where I'll go in. And I like using, this is the Juvia's Place Bronze Dark, this bottom palette here. I'll tap it in. And then this is blush from Volume 4, Juvia's Place, the top palette. And you all have seen me do this before. And then I'll just go over lightly where I put the liquid blush to add a little bit more. So it really kind of pops. We see our blush more. And then to bring everything together and kind of blend everything. And I think I need to go over this, my contour just a little bit more so it's blended in. Now I'm going to use my MAC's Dark Deepest Skin Finish. And I know a lot of the girls are doing Sephora, but I've been using this MAC forever. And so I'll go over everything with that just to get a nice good blend here. And now it's time for the mascara. So I use Better Than Sex, and it's time for me to get some more. But this is what I use currently, mascara. And just go over the eyelashes where you put the primer. Make sure no white is showing. You want to go over all the areas you put the primer. Twist. And do the other side. And get that on good. So, sometimes I'll do 2 layers of mascara. Just kind of depends. But I don't look too bad today. Yesterday, this left side, your right, my left, was floppy. So I had to do, but today they look like they popping. They're good enough for me. Like I said, I'm not a big I have to have wings on my face. For the fun. Our lippy. So what do we want to do for the lip? I use a brown lip pencil. It's this eyeliner by Wet n Wild. I do have a Juvia's Place, but it's kind of dark. And I want a lighter lip today. And so I use this brown by Wet n Wild. And I just picked this up one day and it works. And I'll do a light overline at the top slightly. And then, of course, I learned that little trick of blending it so it's not just a real stark difference between the lipstick, your middle and the top. So I take the bottom and just blend it down. And then the bottom lip and blend it up. So you have this nice brown layer. And it's not too dark. All right. Now I bought this. This is Riri. All right. This is Fenty. It's number 4. It's called Riri. And I do like this color. It's grown on me. I always keep a paper towel handy. Because, girl, I've been making a whole mess sometimes over here. Now I got lipstick stain on my finger. And then also I wash my hands before I put on my clothes. Because what I'm not going to do is have foundation and powder on my outfit. Especially if I'm wearing white. Like I'll wash my hands twice. Okay, so this is Riri. I like it. And what I do on top of Riri is the Oyster Girl, MAC Oyster Girl. If y'all don't have it, grab it. It's a cute pink. If you like pinks and you wear pink lips, this is a cute one. So, I really want to blend it. There you go. There we go. That's more of the blend that I'm going for. Now, sometimes, and I don't always do mascara on the bottom lash, but what I will do is go in either with a dark eyeliner or a black eyeliner. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the black eyeliner. And most of the time I will do this before I do my concealer. But I didn't today. Because what I don't like is having to put my finger or any object on my bottom on the hair, because like my fingernail will leave a print. So I try to do this beforehand, which I suggest, like, do your eyes and then do everything else. And I don't know, I didn't do it today, but yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So, and what I'll do is I'll normally go back in with my brush if I feel like I've touched it too much. And then what I'll do is go back in with my little concealer brush and kind of, because it does look like, I kind of tapped it away. All right, and lastly is our spray. And I know a lot of the girls have been using the one size spray. I do not don't promote that one size. It's so toxic. I bought a small the little mini size one time, and every time I sprayed it, I would have to leave the room. It had me all choked up. I was coughing. It's toxic. Anything that does you like that after you put it on, you shouldn't be inhaling that. That's just toxic. I have been using Kiss natural finish setting spray. You can get from your beauty supply store. This is just as good and it lasts longer. I also got some Laura Mercier setting spray, 16 hours invisible hydrating setting spray. No scent. I got this from TJ Maxx as well. Girls, do not spray. You're inhaling, you're putting that on your skin is highly toxic, I'm sure. I haven't researched it, but anything that gets you choked up and you can't breathe, and that's not anything you should be putting on your skin or you should be inhaling. I know we make sacrifices for beauty, but health is not one of them. It's something that as blatant as that. You know, some of these ingredients we may not know a lot about, and that's ignorance on our part, and I'm going to start taking more of an initiative of learning what's actually in these products that I put on my face. But when it comes down to something that I knowingly I'm putting on and I know it's toxic because I can smell it, I won't do. I am going to put on Rose today, and I am not a big perfume girly. I like notes, and this is one of those scented notes. I got this from JCPenney a few years ago, and as you can see, like, I don't use it a whole lot, but I am going to, I just washed my hair last night, so I'm going to spray some where my locks have this nice, fresh rose scent today. Degrees in Memphis, it's been about 70 degrees here. Winter is kind of fading out. And that's the look for today. As you can see, my face still looks super hydrated, just like when I first started. And then, of course, I have the hint of the blush. And the last thing that I normally do, and I forgot, y'all, because I don't do a lot of eyeshadow. I'll do it from here to there. I'll take some of what I used from my blush and I'll just tap it. I'll just tap it on my eye. And I normally do this like before I do my mascara. But okay, we forgot, so we're here now. And you can see it's just, it's just a slight hint. And I mean, this lasts all day. I'm going to go back with a little bit of spray just for the eyes. This look lasts all day. The only thing that's going to come off is the lip because I eat apples. I'm drinking like my coffee, excuse me, things like that. And that's from the Rose Notes. That's not from the setting spray. But this is the look, girls. So I really love it. I would love for you to try getting you a nice hydrated cream. This has, like I said, hyaluronic acid, green tea, and glycerin. And then also using your brightening cream for your eyes, but take it a little lower and then up to the brow bone. Let it sit for a few minutes. Then put on a hydrating foundation stick. And like I said, I use the Mented and I use Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is good for the summer, but also winter because my skin is dry. So it keeps it hydrated throughout the day and it doesn't smear, all of that. Get you some Kiss natural finishing spray, girl. Leave that damn one size crap, toxic crap alone. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope this has been a look for you. And guess what? Subscribe and share. Like, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one.